Hey, what's up, David? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. New York Comic Con going on, some comic book news, toy news. We're going to take a look at the Hasbro Pulse site and talk about some things going on there, and take a look at a couple of Facebook pages that we follow that always have the most up to date, newest news on GI Joe classified series and some other toy lines. Dude, we have been getting absolutely hammered the last couple weeks with orders coming in, stuff I wasn't even expecting, like the Ostrikers. Those weren't expected yet. Just got a bunch of snake armors, all kinds of stuff, figures galore, it seems. That Pythona being in stock for premium members. Did you get your Pythona yet?
I did. I ordered my 2 Pythonas. First off, hello, Terry. Hello, chat. Yes, I got all my pre-orders with no problems. So I'm really looking forward to that. And she looks phenomenal. That same artist, Chiang, that does the art for, I think it's the Once a Man Cobra Commander, the Nemesis Enforcer. And then he did, I think, Barbecue and a couple oddball characters. But he's a fantastic artist and nailed that art. And God, they nailed her really good.
Yeah, they did, man. I think they did a fantastic job with her. I'm going to find her real quick and bring her up.
Yeah. Let's see. She's been a regular in the Skybound Void Rivals over the last 6 months or something. She's been a regular character in that. And it's very interesting to see that character get more story content and more story development, because we didn't get anything else with her story-wise except for the movie. That was all we ever got of her. So it's very fascinating to see her in Void Rivals.
And I've said since they first started showing photos of her, they did a phenomenal job with this figure.
Yeah. She has everything that she's supposed to have. She has everything from the movie. She even has things that you can like kind of make from the movie, like when she's going through the doors and it rips her cape. They've got the holes in the cape, and they get parts of the cape and things. Yeah, you got the hood. It's fabulous. I think she's phenomenal.
Now, see, I have the 4-inch modern sculpt of this figure.
Yeah, I do too.
Arted.
Yeah, the FSS one from the club. Yeah, I have her too.
But this 6-inch version, man, this is just phenomenal.
And I even have the O-ring plus version, which is a little bit weird looking. Let me see if I can pull her out.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I don't have that one in hand yet. I have cases ordered, but I don't have it in hand yet.
I think she's a little too pink. That's my gut. I think she needed to be a little bit more purple. Although
some of those figures really lack a lot of detail. Some of them look really good, but some of them really, really lack detail.
Well, she kind of matches her card art. That's the funny thing. But I do think she's too pink. I think she needed to be more of a fuchsia color, but that's just me. I don't know. I'm glad they did her as an O-ring. That's all. I'm very happy they did her. That's all. Hello, everybody in the chat. Evil Dookie and HK Viper. But yeah, this is phenomenal. It's the best we could probably ever have hoped for. Maybe it would have been cool to just get clawed hands. They have the hands with the ooze coming out of it, and then they have. Huh?
I like them.
You like the ooze hands and the other hand?
This figure's just packed full of accessories, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, it is. You're right.
And the price point, $46.99. I mean, that's on par with. I think that the Once a Man Cobra Commander was comparable to that. What was he?
Yep, it was about the same price, about maybe $48.99. Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah. I was a little surprised. I was a little surprised they put her up for premium members the day of the the event. That was a shocking event. So I'm glad we were able to do that, because I thought we were going to have to wait till November 3rd, like everybody else, after all the events.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get like an hour ahead of time to check it out. So supposedly these guys here are popping up in Walmart already.
Yes, I've heard that. I've seen a lot of people showing the Ghost Gyre Viper or whatever. And, that's fine. I ordered mine, but I think that shows that Walmart really doesn't know what's going on. There's still people putting those displays up, and there's still stuff coming in for those displays. So it's like uh, one hand doesn't know what the other hand's doing. They're all over the place.
Yes.
So it's no surprise. Looks phenomenal. He's a little pricey. I was a little surprised for a deluxe, but I guess it's a pet.
$62.99 on Pulse. Yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I'm guessing it's a pet. It's a figure and pet price point, so that's why it's more expensive.
well, these were originally I think the price on Walmart is what, $54.99?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's $55 on Walmart and $63. It's like $8 more on Pulse. And you mentioned this back screen. What is it, or backstage? What is it you think that Pulse is doing here with these jack
I think
prices?
that they're maybe adjusting for the shipping, because obviously we know the tariff charges are coming through in a lot of these companies. We've seen it with Super 7. We've seen it with Big Bad Toys and Entertainment Earth. They actually have it on their websites. So I thought maybe to counteract the shipping being free for premium members, they're making the price higher. But I don't know that for a fact. That's just my speculation.
Super 7 was charging for tariffs when there were no tariffs enacted yet, though.
Right. Yeah.
But I think this is the new price point going forward.
I
I
got
think
mine
those
at
retailers
Walmart.
that are pricing them at the previous price point, I think they're locked in with that old price. And Pulse, being as Pulse is usually the last retailer to get anything, I think they're pricing them at the new price point. So I think that's where we're going to be on these.
You could potentially be accurate on that, but I got mine through Walmart, so I didn't have any problems. And I also get my discount, so I get a little bit better deal than most people on Walmart stuff. So whenever I can order it through Walmart, I try.
Man,
Uh,
look at that.
Target's a little bit different. Target's a little bit weirder, because we ordered the other ones a couple weeks back. That was a little bit weird too. That was expensive too. That 2-pack Steeler and short fuse a
Yes.
little. Uh, but I love this. These are the things that I like that Hasbro does, where they're not just doing a repaint, which I'm glad. They used to just do repaints and they just
Yeah.
stick a figure out. Now they finally got the clue, and they're doing these unique repaints. And there's a lot of reuse, because almost everything involved in this has been used somewhere else.
Right.
But to make it this cool element and this cool theme and give imagination to it, it doesn't feel like repaint.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like as much of a repaint since they're molding it in a translucent plastic.
Yeah, so the reuse doesn't feel as effective that way, because it feels newer. But I think it's really awesome. I love it. I can't wait. It says we're getting this month. Did you know that this is my delivery date is October 24th?
No, man, I didn't. I missed it at first because it went up at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I was on
and
at
I
Walmart at
ended
10
up
a.m.
I ended up catching it on the restock there.
Oh, good. But it's cool. It really, they have really hit it out of the park this year. Once we get into the Hall of Fame, we have to mention that this year has been like phenomenal. Like you could pick at least out of 10 figures, and they could be your number one figure of the year. There's so many good figures this year. It's just incredible.
HK Viper, did you score 3? Oh, you scored 3 this morning in store. So
Wow,
you got
good
those
for
in
you.
person.
Excellent.
My Walmart doesn't have anything. No Walmart anywhere around me has any GI Joe stuff. They have no spaces for it on the shelf. They've got nothing.
Did they even
They
have the Islander?
No, they are effectively not carrying anything, I don't think.
Wow, I'm sorry about that. There's two places near me that have the Islander, but we have a huge collector, a scalper, whatever you want to call it, market in this area. So a lot of that stuff, there are people lined up every morning for that. So it's the likelihood of getting any of that, unless it's duplicates or whatever that everybody already got, you're probably not going to get. So, did you want to go into the stream a little bit, the Hasbro Pulse panel, or the stream? Which one do you want to go
Well,
with?
before we do that, I want to talk about this little pricing game that happened.
Oh,
Check out
yeah.
the price on this guy.
Yeah, that's $40.99. Yeah, for deluxe. For now, and I was just at a Target yesterday. I saw the firefighter. It was $34.99 at Target. So
Yeah.
they're charging $5 more.
Yeah, they when they restocked the pre-order, actually he's showing in stock now. When they restocked it, it was $5 more.
So I canceled my order. I think we talked about this in the backstage. I canceled my Entertainment Earth order because I don't really like the way that they do shipping and how they handle deliveries and things. It's just been getting too weird with me. So I canceled my police officers and I went to Hasbro Pulse, and I didn't expect it was going to be $5 more. I thought with my shipping discount on my premium membership that it would have been cheaper than the $34.99, but it actually was more. So I kind of got screwed there, but I'm guaranteed I'm gonna get it from Hasbro Pulse. So I know I'll have it. It's not that big of a deal, but it's a little weird. I have to agree with you.
Who's this in the background here?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think that's I think that's another officer.
Another cop. The good thing about these cops is I don't mind getting 3 or 4 of these cops because there's so much gear in here. You can make a bunch of different ones.
Yes, you can make several different setups for the officers. So I think I'm probably going to keep a case of these for myself.
Yeah,
maybe not. I don't know yet.
Well, I know a lot of people that do dioramas and things like that. And if you're going to do dioramas where there's action sequences and stuff like that, you're not going to just have one cop. You're not going to have 2 cops. You're probably going to have 3 or 4 cops in these actions. So it's like the one ultimate like troop builder that you can use in like a million different ways.
Yes. Yeah, I like the police officers a lot, man. There's a lot of versatility to what you can do with them.
The way that they released it is a little bit shady, and I find it really interesting. Did you check any of those videos for the floor videos of New York Comic Con for the Hasbro booth?
I saw a few of them.
They have the police officer nicely prominent with his package and the whole spiel in the booth. I'm like, wait a minute. You've got to pick a lane here. You've got to pick a lane first.
No, they don't.
You kind of under release it to all these places first before you put it on your website. Then you overprice it on your website, and then you do. Oh, you're going to be moving Hasbro to Boston to cover up the fact that it's going to be coming out, and then you stick it in your booth nice and prominently with all of its accoutrement and package.
Without ever saying a word about it. They still haven't said anything about it as far as I know.
No, they haven't. It's just dead. It's there. It's like
they haven't featured it in any of the videos or anything, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. I don't know what they're
silly.
Doing. It is silly. It's just a policeman. Give me a break.
Yeah, it is. It is silly, man. But let's see here. Shown those. Let's look at some of the. I know that these guys are supposed to be coming soon. Let me share my screen real quick. We'll take a look at Facebook.
There's a lot of stuff that came out of the panel, a lot of information that came out of the panel. There was the Hall of Fame that was out of the panel.
There's Jeremy advertising the Pit, a G.I. Joe group.
Cool. A lot of these guys, they do such fantastic photography and dioramas. That's not my thing, but from what I saw of Big Lob at the booth, he does look taller than I thought. This render didn't do him justice, I don't think, and also the hair. Let me get my Big Lob out here. This is another one. I'm going to pull my Super 7 figure out of here to show this. Is this? Yeah. So here's my Super 7. And if you look at that hair, this is basically the animated version come to toy life. And
I'm glad that they didn't use that hair, dude. The hair looks weird.
You don't like his hair?
I don't. I've never liked it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the cartoon animated version.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking. I thought that might be what they would go with and make it more. But this is classifying up. They made him look a bit modern with the hairstyle of the modern people today. They gave him the borders, the trim on the shirt, which the original does not have. A little bit. He has a little bit, not as much. And there's a lot more tampos on there. They gave a fade to the 14 and stuff. And instead of having fatigues, he has joggers and he has the sneakers instead of boots. But they did paint the sneakers, and they made like beige soles. And then there's a little bit of a green sneaker logo on the side. So I like a lot of the elements, and I love the updating to the classified. And you know, the basketball does not come off the hand. They said in the panel that was a choking hazard or something like that. So they could not take the ball off the hand. So you can.
I wish they could have. That would have really topped this out.
Yeah.
Those sneakers, the sneakers look like J's, man. Maybe we'll get some Air Jordan retro ones in that color scheme.
People have been asking for that.
Green and brown.
They said they would love to do that.
I'd be on it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think Tony Colella said, yeah, that would be the coolest collab is to do.
Oh yeah, dude. Give us some G.I. Joe Jordans.
Yeah. There have been a few different things over the years, but yeah, they're kind of weird. But I think they did a great job with him classifying him up. He looks very good for a modern era. Now there's a lot of I don't know hem-hawing over this that he doesn't look. See, and this is where it gets really dicey. You and I have had these conversations online and offline where if we're going to do a classified figure and we're going to classify it up, he should not look like his vintage 1 for 12 for 1, whatever it's called, version. They've got to change it. They've got to update it. They've got to modernize it, do different elements. And I think this Night Viper is the perfect example of that. That he looks cool. He looks updated. He looks different. And he's not the same as the vintage. And I like that. I don't know what your thoughts on it is, but I like it.
I like it. It's not my favorite thing that's been released, but I think it looks cool. They didn't make it look exactly like the 3 3/4 version, or even the modern version. There was a couple people that were talking about
4-inch.
The fact that he comes with a sniper rifle, and the only version of Night Viper that did not come with a scoped rifle. And I'm not calling everything with a scope a sniper rifle, but this has specifically been used as a sniper rifle. The only version that didn't come with a scoped rifle was version 3 in the DTC line. He came with 2 Uzis, I believe.
You know, I kind of look at it as they're different versions of the Night Viper, kind of like when you have those 4 different range Vipers. They all have different skill sets. That doesn't mean they're still not a range Viper. They're just, one's a heavy gunner range Viper, one's a this range Viper, one's a that range. And the same thing with Night Vipers. They're all going to have a little bit different skills. They're just part of that faction, the Night faction.
I do like the figure quite a bit, though. I think he's pretty cool. He's just a basic troop builder. There's nothing super special about him. or
the
anything.
photography really shows a better view of him, because it
Yes.
shows that the legs have, those are like more pads and more like armor that he puts on and stuff, and it shows the straps and stuff in the photography with him, and
Yeah.
I think that gives you a better view of what that really is, because you can't really see on the render what it really is, and that's why I like the photography. And Lifeline's another one where the photography does it much better than this render. And I know offline we talked a while back, you weren't too thrilled with this. You thought this was a one for one O-ring version.
It is, man. And I really wish that they would have done something different with it.
I'm glad he has the gray boots, because everybody's like, oh, he doesn't have the white. I'm like, who's going to be out in the military in a field of battle wearing white? It just doesn't make sense. Gray boots? Okay, I'll buy that.
Let me see. I don't think I've got one where I can reach right now, but
I love the 4-inch version of this. And I kind of think they did a little bit of that with this, because the collar is puffed out and he has that. It's like a jacket he's wearing. And I know people were upset about the tampo, but it's like he's got the knee pads, and it makes more sense, because when you're in that, I've got a brother that's a nephew that's a fire rescue person, and he has to wear knee pads out there in the field. And I've seen them come and stuff at different places to Walmart for people, and some of them have knee pads, some of them don't. It's just part of it, the uniform. I don't know why people have a problem with knee pads.
I would have liked to see him with some more modern equipment rather than just the hard case.
Yeah, I would have liked to have the defibrillators. I would have liked to have had some other things. I didn't know what these things were. Okay, so that's a rebreather mask, and then that's a saline drip. I think they should have had the pole or something to go with that. But or put the stretcher, the fold out stretcher or whatever. Yeah, I think he should have been deluxe, and it should have been more.
Yeah, I agree with Carlos. I was hoping for a backboard accessory as well.
Yeah.
Backboard accessory, even like some red 511 tactical gear.
Yeah.
Like a bag or something, a medical bag.
Yeah.
Instead of accessories that look exactly like they did for the O-ring figure, minus the bag, of course. But they did give him a Glock, and I like the fact that they're using. We're starting to see other pistol types show up now. I mean, that's very clearly looks like a Glock 19.
I like the fact that you can do both versions of Lifeline. You can do the pacifist version, that was the mail away and the serial, or you can do the regular, because that harness comes off and you can put the gun in the harness if you want it. So
okay.
I'm very happy they did both versions, that you could do that. And he's got 2 sets of goggles. He's got the green glasses from the animated series, and the helmet comes off so you can see his black hair. So there's a lot of modularity with this figure, but I don't know if I agree with some of the negative elements that people have said. I like the boots. I like the knee pads. I like the logo the way it is.
I don't mind any of that stuff, because the white is actually supposed to be, in my opinion, is supposed to be like reflective striping, like would be on an actual red paramedic jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a real thing. They're white and red. So
yeah. And the gray boots, there are other gray elements, like that little thing that's on his belt there. That's like a heart monitor type thing, and it's gray. And then there's other little bits of gray in his uniform. You can't see it on the render, but when they showed the figure in the booth in different photography, you could see the other elements of gray. So it doesn't like stand out as just the only gray in his costume.
Yes, a scooter for a broken foot.
But this is a character that there's a lot of opportunity for down the road, maybe if they ever do a vintage
I think
package
that they
version.
should have given us, even if it's just basically this figure, I think they should have given us him with the more modern accessories like a backboard, molly bag, a medical bag, stuff
Yeah.
like that, and saved this version with those two accessories for a retro carded release.
Yeah, I think they did it backwards. I agree with you. Now this is fire for me. I know it's not fire for you, but this is
Oh,
fire. Oh,
I mean,
you love
I
this?
really dig it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay. But I want more. And they made a little thing during the panel that they said, this is stage 2, but where do you guys want us to go in stage 3 and 4? They said. I was like, yes, I want to see like a blob with goo all over the guy, and he comes out of the blob, and it's like nothing but blue zombie skin and everything.
So I want to see them do some tattered clothing, and they could do that by remolding a couple pieces here, retooling a couple pieces. Give us a zombie arm and a zombie leg, or give us something like that.
Oh yeah.
Or give him some paint apps to make it look like that's really damaged outfit.
I agree with you because that the monkey wrench is probably one of the best figures of the year. The monkey wrench that was released this year, because they have the rips in the jeans and stuff. Why
Yep.
couldn't we have gotten that with this? Why couldn't we got rips in this uniform? But
I am gonna say I do love that head.
oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that head really adds a horror and sci-fi aspect to this. Not that the other one doesn't, but just showing that this is a zombie.
It's a zombie. And you can do 3 versions of it. The previous mole rat, there was only 2 versions, so you could
Right.
only get 2 of that one and have 2 heads. This one, there's 3 heads, so you can do 3 versions of it. So that's 5 different zombies we could start getting in stuff like they've showed in those photography scenes of all the different ones. And
Yeah.
this cool photo with Big Lob where he's using this guy's head as a basketball and he's dunking it in
Now
the
that I
basket.
liked. I thought that was funny.
I did too. I think they're finally getting into this stuff and having fun with it, and that's what this is all about. It's toys, you know.
I saw some. We looked. You showed that you got your Awe Striker. I saw that someone was showing that uh, the pillars from the GI Joe fortification, the Steel Brigade fortification,
Yeah.
actually fits on the Awe Striker.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, somebody posted about it. I think this morning.
Huh. Okay. To have what, armor on your Oz Striker?
No, it's a missile rack.
Oh, a missile rack. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Now
Now,
here's another one. Like I didn't get to talk about any of this stuff in the other stream that I'm on because I've missed it the last couple weeks. But last week I wasn't there. It's
this
kind of
one,
a toss up on whether I'm going to be there or not this week.
this one is basically a one, in my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I think this is a 1-for-1 vintage. Maybe because I know that they do the color as a little bit more subtle in the coloring, so I don't think the color is going to be as bright as the vintage, but I think it'll be a little bit more like the Stalker. The first version of Stalker we got will be closer to this. I don't think this render does the coloring accurate, but I am almost 100% positive this is a 1-for-1 version of the vintage. All
Well,
the accessories.
they should have done this earlier when they could have given us the Tiger Force version in Target.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. There are missing accessories on here. This render doesn't have the rope, and it doesn't have. It doesn't show that the bag opens up and you could store stuff in there. And this little teeny piece that looks like a small little shovel or whatever goes on top of there. apparatus, and it hooks to the back of his harness. That little thing right there, that weird thing, it hooks to the bag, and it hooks to his harness that's on there. They showed it in the booth with the figure with all of his accessories and some of the photography.
So you
there's
mean the little winding accessory for the rope, just like the original came with?
yes,
When I first saw this, I thought that the helmet probably didn't come off, and I was a little disappointed
but it
that they
does.
actually molded a helmet onto a figure. But all that stuff actually comes off as well.
Yeah.
The render
Yep.
doesn't show that.
No, it doesn't show
But,
that. But the helmet comes off. He's got black hair, and the goggles that look red there. There was a lot of flack. People thought that they should have gone more vintage, which is orange in the vintage. And I'm like, it does look orange, but it looks red there because it's attached to the helmet, and you don't get the view through the goggles the way you would if you had it by itself. So the goggles are technically orange. So we got a lot more information about these things than we normally would have if we had just covered them as they were coming out. I think now we have a better perspective on them, and so I'm getting on all of them. And so they are up for pre-order Tuesday the 14th at 1 o'clock for premium members and 2 o'clock for regular members. And at this point, if you're not a premium member, then I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, you save yourself some shipping. It might be a little bit more expensive, but
yeah, you're gonna pay more for it to offset that shipping. So yeah, that's what the handle is at the top right. I'll see if I can find a photo real quick of the original Hit and Run.
So I'm gonna get all of them. Of course, I'm getting every figure, but I'm more in love, obviously, with the Mole Rat Stage 2. I like the Big Glob better than I did when I first saw it, and I like the Lifeline better now than when I saw it. So, that's the way it goes. I'm not like Hit and Run. Okay, I'll be getting it, and who else? Oh, the Night Viper, I'll be getting it. Night Viper is actually one of my all-time favorite troop builders, so I'm very happy to get that and use that. I was a little surprised that they didn't do it as a Walmart exclusive, but I think a popular troop builder like that, they weren't going to put behind a exclusive wall for Night Force, so I agree with that. So there you go. See, you can tell he's going to be definitely darker and more subdued in the color.
Now, this was the Target exclusive
that's the Target
version from
because it has the
1988, 89.
Yeah, it has the parachute, so that is the exclusive.
He comes with the 9mm Colt subgun, which I wish that they would have included with the classified version. But the handle that you see attaches to his bag, and the rope is wound around that inside the bag, and it would pull out, and then you could use it to wind up the figure back into just make him climb the rope.
Yep.
So but that Target exclusive version of this figure actually came with a parachute set.
Yep. So maybe there's room for another version of him because there's a lot of obvious accessory differences, and the deco is going to be a little bit different. So there is room for another Hit and Run, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's room for another one. I mean, they could always do a deluxe version, Target exclusive, and include the parachute set from the Paratrooper.
Yeah. I'm hoping they do some more vintage package different things, like vehicles with figures, weird figures like that, a bigger figure with a parachute and everything. Maybe throw some different things at the vintage package thematic thing that they're doing, and supposedly they're changing some of the packages. Like the Viper had the second package, the 86 package, so they are trying to change the pack. So I'm hoping they do more vintage package different things, like maybe Zartan and his swamp skier, maybe Copperhead with the water moccasin, maybe this as a deluxe package, vintage pack with the parachute, maybe some of that down the road. I don't know if there's room for that or not with this brand. Who knows?
Did you get this guy yet?
Did I get is that Budo?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that Budo is fire. Woo! Talk about a deluxe figure. That is the epitome of what a deluxe figure should be. That you can make 3 figures out of 1 figure with the accessories and all the different
Yeah.
things that are involved with that. Perfect figure. Like I said, there's like 8 to 10 figures that came out this year that could be the figure of the year. There's so many awesome figures. That is right there at the top 1, 2, 3, I would say. Wolf
I think it's
Squad.
definitely in the top.
Yeah. When we get to the polls, I'll explain my theory, my train of thought on why I picked what I picked. But I'll say this: I did not pick Budo.
I'm gonna have to go through and start making some top 10 videos or top five of 25 or something,
Oh,
and let that, like, maybe try and post that once a month and let it change with whatever new stuff comes out. Which I have the GI Joe fortification, but I don't have it opened yet. I haven't even taken it out of the shipper yet.
I've
So
seen some really cool videos with those, where the Cobra one, someone has like 6 of them, and it looks like
yeah.
this fortress. It looks really cool. And so I'm thinking the Joe one's gonna probably just be like a gated thing, and then they'll have like Law and Order in the middle of it, that type of thing. I don't see people making bunkers using the
I mean,
Joe one.
why not? Sure. Yeah, Carlos, for me, Budo's definitely up there in that top category, but so far, Pythona is going to be the number 1 for me for 25. Budo's probably number 2 or 3.
Well, see, the thing about it is I don't know if you're just basing it on the figure itself, on the photography, or on your love of the character when you were young, or your passion for the character as an adult. There's a lot that plays into why we pick what we pick as things, but that's really where I went. I went more towards my love of a character in my youth and why I love that character as an adult now. And
So if
that's
I
in
did
the
that,
figure.
it would be Crystal Ball would be number 1 for me.
Well, and that's why I think Crystal Ball won the poll for the 2025 figure of the year. Crystal Ball was the number 1 winner in that. He got 34% or 33% of the vote, which he's a phenomenal figure. I love him. I think they really made that a cool character because his
I actually
original...
voted for him, so.
Oh, that's who you voted for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
voted
that's
for
who I
somebody
voted
else.
for.
I voted for Cobra Commander, Armor Cobra Commander. That's who I voted for in that, because I love Armor Cobra Commander, and I think they did a phenomenal job. I don't think the renders do the figure justice because there's a sheen on the metal parts that's like a 3-dimensional like paint, like a weird like paint, and it looks very weird, and it pops off that figure so awesome. And they've got 2 heads, one with the serpent's eyes and one with the human eyes. So one could be the Fred 7 underneath there, one could be the Once a Man Cobra Commander from the movie. There's the iguana, there's a bunch of accessories. His rocket pack looks so much bigger than the vintage one. I love it. I think it's a phenomenal figure.
I'm not that impressed with it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't really see what you're talking about with the paint. It just looks silver to me.
Well, look at it in a lot of light, and it's got a weird like sheen to it where it's like some blue, some silver and stuff. It's like it's multi-layered, like almost like 3D. But I love that paint app on that. Maybe it's just me, but it's the passion of that character, passion of that version of that character that I love, because it's not really the regular Cobra Commander. Okay, so the one with the serpent eyes, that was the Deke Cobra Commander.
Yeah, the Dick Cobra Commander.
The Dick Cobra Commander from the Operation Dragonfire. That's that version, right? But the human version, it's not the regular Cobra Commander. It's Fred. So it's a different character. So you're getting 3 versions. You're getting the Serpentor Iguana. You're getting the Deke version of Cobra Commander that came from the movie. It was regenerated back, and then you get the Fred version. So you're getting a bunch of versions. I don't know. That's just me. That's like
I
I said.
still think that they should have made that figure with a removable helmet.
I agree. 100%. There should have been a head on another head with a swappable that looked like a Fred 7. That's one of the things that's bothering me about Classified. We've had 2 Crimson Guards, 3 Crimson Guards, in fact,
And we're getting
and now
another.
we're getting a 4th Crimson Guard. Not, and then we got Cobra Commander, Armor Cobra Commander, and no Fred heads. So why are they against Fred? I don't get it. Hashtag, why are you against Fred? So we should start that. Why are you against Fred?
So what I'm looking for is
so Crystal Ball won the 2025 Hall of Fame and the 1983 Hall of Fame. This is probably no surprise to anybody that voted because it was like 34% of the vote. And it won as a landslide character for 1983. Who did you vote for?
I don't remember.
Well, I voted for Destro, and no surprise, Destro won. Well, there's the female Crimson Guard, but she's in blue.
Yes. So are we going to get her? I wish, dude, I so wish that they would have just made that figure blue with the red piping.
Yeah, I think it would have been perfect, right?
Yeah.
To differentiate her, you know? But I'll take anything Crimson Guard because that's my number one faction. I love it. So if they keep bringing Crimson characters, I'll keep buying tons of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being a completist with the Classified series, so I'll get it. Of course. This is the first line that I've been a completist with, or that I've actually been able to be a completist with, because everything is so much more accessible.
Yeah, with the mail ordering and it's being on all the different websites. Now, see, the thing about this, I think we should do the Eva as the Range Viper and make a purple female Range Viper. That I think they should do.
Yeah.
Cadet Deming. Now, it was mentioned several places that there is a comic book version of a female Crimson Guard. It's Dr. whatever her name is. She's got a patch and she's got glasses with a patch underneath one of the eyes. And she's got the black hair with the ponytail. She's a scientist or whatever. I think that might be what they're going with. I could be wrong, but that's a Larry Hama version of the Crimson Guard female that we've never got a figure of. So I don't know what.
Yeah, and I can't remember what her name is. I'll find it.
Dr. Knox, maybe something. I don't know. So we kind of jumped into the name onlys inadvertently, but there's a little thing. I'm not sure if you're aware of, Terry, that the 3 name onlys, Zap, the female Crimson Guard, and Crazy Legs, they are all vintage packaged figures for Wave 1 of 2026. Vintage package.
So they're on the retro card backs?
Yes.
That's
I am not
weird,
happy
man.
about
Why
that.
would they do that?
I don't know.
Who is it? Zap and who?
Zap, Crazy Legs version, his original version, and the Crimson Guard female. Are all going to be vintage packaged figures. It's been proved, announced, and proven, and told that that's what the first wave is. I am not happy about that. I think we should have got a Zap in Classified, and I think we should have got Crazy Legs in Classified.
We've already gotten Crazy Legs in Classified, so I can see why they would do him on a retro card back. But that female Crimson Guard, I don't get that. So real quick, while we're talking about the what you mentioned, Zap being an OG-13 figure. So you've got these 2 OG-13s. You've got Steeler and Short Fuse here at $62.99 for the 2-pack.
Yeah, Target's expensive.
Man, they come with a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Do they come with $63 worth of stuff?
I don't
Well,
know. I'm not sure. I don't
it's
think so. Too many
almost
blast
all
effects.
reuse.
All this blast effects is reuse. That was with who had all those blast effects?
Well, it was
Was
the
it,
Viper 3-pack that came with it
yes.
first, I
Yeah.
believe. But
So yeah. The backpack
almost
is new.
everything here is reuse. You have the
That's
Uzi, the suppressor, the Beretta M9,
the shovel.
the knives, the shovel.
Maybe the
This
helmet might be different.
the helmet's different. The helmets are definitely new, but
The backpack's new.
this M1 rifle
That's
here,
reuse.
that's reuse.
Yep.
This little, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess like a SIG AR. That's reuse. That
I think
pistol is
the
reuse.
launcher is new.
The launcher is new. So you've got 2 new figures and like 1, 2, 3 new accessories, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he only comes with 1 mortar. It
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit disappointed in that set, but I mean, all the guys who praise and love the OG-13 love it. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. They bow at the altar of the OG-13, and that's fine. Everybody has their thing. My era is basically 83 to 85 is my period. That's my number one period. I think there's some great stuff in other years like 87,
Now this
86.
is cool.
Great. Oh yeah, with the blast effect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks kind of cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Yeah.
I wasn't real impressed with this. I did get a set ordered. I don't remember if I ordered it through Target or what, but that's not how that looks. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Notice anything about this packaging?
Does not say Night Force or anything like that.
It's not part of a subline, and it's a Target exclusive.
Yeah, so it's a regular. That's interesting. So is Python Patrol and Tiger Force done at Target? And they were doing what was it, the mass device? They did 2 mass device, and now that's done.
I don't think it's done, but we got the divers. I've actually got a set of divers here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I have my device. I love those divers. There's a bit of a thing in the back of that, the photography on the back of that. See if you can look at that. There's a diver way back in the corner. Does that look like the Cobra, that Cobra weird diver with those weird fins back there? It's very blurry, but it does not look like a ketchup and mustard diver. That's for sure. It's something
I
else.
think it does. I think it looks exactly like the red diver.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it looks exactly like the red diver. But in the background, you also have the worms of death.
The worms of death, yeah. That took forever, didn't it? Did yours take forever to come? Because I just got mine like a couple last week, and I was like, "What took so long?"
Yeah, this set took forever to get a hold of, man.
Yeah, because I thought it would have been came in the summer or something, but it didn't. Target's very bad about delivering.
Hell, I ordered from Target and from Pulse, and I'm still waiting on the Pulse figures to arrive. But yeah, I mean, good reuse, good reference to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, it's just going to be a plain set that kind of gets thrown on the shelf. What I can't wait for is something to plug these elements into.
Yeah. They made some sort of kind of offhanded comment at San Diego Comic-Con. They said, just because we do an accessory or we do this, there may not be anything expanding on that just because it's in something. So I think they were playing devil's advocate and saving face with that comment.
Yeah, probably.
Hydro Vipers, yes. I thought that was a Hydro Viper behind there, way back in the distance on the right-hand side. I thought it looked like a Hydro Viper. I could be wrong.
I think that Hydro Vipers would be pretty easy for them to make, reusing some parts that they already have.
Yeah.
And again, adding like give us a webbed hand, give us I think that it would be pretty easy for them to do.
Yeah. So what do you think about some of those name only? Zap, you think is a good character, and repaint of Crazy Legs. I knew we were gonna get it. It's been 3 years since the Dragonfly HasLab was initiated, so I knew we were gonna get repaints of Crazy Legs and Ripcord at some point. So we've hit that point where they're now reusing HasLab stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm not like overly excited about any of that stuff. I'm not, Crazy Legs is cool. Never was like a big fan favorite for me.
Me neither.
Yeah, the female Crimson Guard, I think that's going to be a cool one. Let's take a look real quick. I've only got a few minutes left here. Don't need another Snake Eyes, so hoping to get the Polar Bear on sale. We definitely needed that Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah. The vintage version from Sunbow. Yeah. It's a cool version.
Just to go along with what they're doing with the Mass Device stuff. Now we need the Blind Woodsman as well. But here's one of the things that you were talking about with Lifeline. One of the shots on the Full Force actually shared this. So the shot of the Hasbro booth, get some photos. Hey, what's this? A snow serpent with a hiss driver head. So they did pretty much the same thing with the Arctic hiss tank in the 4-inch modern version.
Yeah, it's basically a 1-for-1 replica with a handful of paint apps different, and then the canopy's red, and the back opens up. The back opens up like the HasLab.
I'm down for it, but I think this is going to be a $200 price point.
Well, I've heard rumors, and you can take this with a grain of salt. It's going to be $74.99. That's the rumor I've heard, but I don't know.
$74.99. You think that's going to be
$174.99.
Oh, I thought you said $74.99. I was like, man, that's
$174.99. Because about all those orderable items like that, the Sentinel, the Dragon Man, Mephisto, Apocalypse are all in that range from $150 to $200, and that's what this is going to be. There's no doubt in my mind it'll be in that range. You could be right, $200. I would like it a little cheaper, but
So,
whatever.
Dude, did you get Apocalypse? Did you order
Apocalypse? No, because I'm not big into the animated decos of those characters. I want more comic book accurate decos. And
that's all I'm collecting. That's the only thing I'm collecting. Marvel Legends is X-Men.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did you get the Sentinel as well?
Yep, got a couple Sentinels coming. Got the I ordered Apocalypse. I ordered that Cyclops and Jean Grey 2-pack, and the Rogue and Gambit 2-pack that I really don't care for.
Because it's the whatever the sports line that they did. They reused Gambit's body with that, right?
I don't know if they did or not. I don't know if they reused it with anything. I know I saw somebody say something about starting lineup.
Yeah, that's the sports line, the basketball sports line they did. They used that body for Gambit.
Yeah, there's a good shot of hit and run with the rope and everything run through his rigger's belt and going into the duffel bag.
Yep. The in-person shots look much better out of the booth and things like that. But do you want to go over the two name? Well, we already went over one name only, obviously. We went over the hiss quite a bit. But what about the other name only, the other render that we got? Because this is fire so far, this second render that we got.
What was the other render?
It is the Royal Guard from Cobra.
Yes!
That is fire. Oh my God, I can't believe that. It is so awesome.
I got to find that. I don't remember where it was shown.
Oh, I'm sure there's a million places. It's all over the place. But that you can get 4, 5, or 6 of those things and have different versions of them attacking, the winged versions, the armored versions. You can have guys sitting at a desk and doing a Cobra La taxes and things. You could do all kinds of stuff.
Here's where they're talking about it. Yeah, I like that armored set, dude. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Just scrolling through.
It's fire. It's the Cobra La, they've been just blowing it out of the water. And if they're going to go to this much trouble for first What's a Man, then Nemesis, then Pythona, and now the Royal Guard. Imagine what that Globulus is going to be. I've been wanting to talk to you about this aspect of Globulus because I've got to go and get my figure because I feel they already future injected something in the figure already that's going to be used for Globulus down the road.
Right.
The Desert Scorpion, the robotic, that big large scorpion, the apparatus for the tail, how it's all connected in multiple pieces and it turns and it twists, and that's what they're going to use for Globulus. That same technology. It's future proofing. That's how they're going to do his tail. And they're going to put that pod and they're going to put the tail with that mechanism that they created with the scorpion tail as Globulus's tail, and it's going to be able to go in that pod and it's going to be able to fly. Look at this. This is totally awesome. Look at all that armor. Look at those swords. That's the coolest sword. Oh my God. It's just,
yes. I
this.
think this is really, really great stuff, man. I do.
Oh yes.
And especially if you're reading any of the Void Rivals comics.
Oh my God.
And seeing you're getting a more inside look at how this armor functions and how the armor is actually a separate living organism.
Yes.
That has a symbiotic relationship with the person wearing it.
Yep. If they lose a part of their body, it regrows back and things like that. I love it. I love the Denizens' heads with the two different frowns. One's like serious and one's smiling. Like, yeah, you don't know what's coming, buddy. Like, oh my God. I love it. I don't know why they gave it a gun. Why has he got a gun?
Why not?
I guess why not? You're right. But I would have liked to have seen some sort of a face squidgy bug thing that he throws or something.
Now, as far as the gun goes, I will say that the entire premise of Cobra Law is anti-mechanical technology.
Right.
They are against any type of mechanical technology.
It's all biological.
So the gun would be very much not fitting to this character or to what Cobra Law stands for.
Unless they just gave him that gun that he's gonna like grab it from a Joe and rip it in half or something, maybe. But that's what I would use it for. But I love these wings. Look at the wings. Look at the detail on the wings, the different paint apps in there that make it look like they're alive. There's three-dimensional. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. A friend of mine is a huge Royal Guards collector. You know how people troop build? Well, my friend, he troop builds Royal Guards, and he's got like millions of them.
Dude, these eyes, that metallic blue paint for the eyes is going to be awesome.
And look at the faces. Look at the scars on those faces, those head sculpts and everything. That's one of the things I've noticed with some of the in-person figures like the Lifeline. You can see the dents in the knee pads and different stuff like that. They are really doing so much better with these paint apps and details. It is really, they're bringing this stuff to life. Like,
did the original have a gun? Did the original have a gun molded onto the body? I don't remember.
Maybe. It's totally different. The O-ring version of that is completely different looking. It doesn't look like that at all. And I don't have my my O-ring plus version that I got from Super 7. Theirs is closer to the animation of the movie, the Super 7 O-ring plus, and it's totally different as well. So none of the versions of the Royal Guard look alike at all. They're all different completely.
I'm gonna show you something, man, and it's something I totally forgot about. Yeah, Carlos pointed it out. The OG Royal Guard had a gun. I totally forgot about that, but he did.
Well, I don't think he should, but whatever.
I just like the concept of like incorporating Energon stuff into the G.I. Joe line, but I think that it's more so G.I. or Energon incorporating G.I. Joe classified stuff into the comic.
Yeah, I think so too. Energon Universe is its own universe now. It's just pulling elements from all over the lore, and that's fine.
Which in the Energon comics, we're now getting Road Pig is going to be featured soon.
Yep.
Who else has been
Roblox.
mentioned in Energon?
Roblox.
But who else?
Shooters coming up.
Yes.
All the Dreadnoks, which half of those Dreadnoks we've never seen in the comics, but Xandar, Zorana are in there. I think there's maybe Zanzibar, maybe I thought I saw. I could be wrong. But I want to talk about really quick the Hall of Fame really quick and a couple things before we get going. I know you wanted to get out of here in an hour, but a couple of comics came in. The final part of the story with Major Blood, the Baroness, Covergirl, and Raptor, where Major Blood is trying to get revenge on his eye being poked out by the Baroness. So that's the final part of that story. And there's a cool element at the end with Risk and Breaker and Hound and what's his name? Mercer. So, and then I got my Cold Slither comic. Did you get your Cold Slither comic?
I've got the file. I've got the download. I just haven't read it yet. So
this is kind of like its own thing. It's not really in the Energon universe, but it's really fun and cool. And then the last issue of the 24-issue run of the Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers run on Skybound's Transformers. And he has won 2 Eisner Awards for his work on Transformers through Skybound as ongoing series and new series. And he deserves it. He's phenomenal. And he deserves all the accolades. And then Void Rivals is gearing up for the Quintessence War with Pythona and a whole bunch of the Kerbala people, and that storyline looks really good as well. And then the Dreadnought War is about to start any second.
Yes. I'm looking forward to the Dreadnought War. Those comics are a really good read.
Yeah, they're very entertaining. Is there anything else you wanted to cover?
There's all kinds of stuff that I want to cover, but I am at my limit for today. So
okay,
we will reconvene next Sunday and talk about more stuff.
All right. Hopefully Dan will be back with us next week because, man, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot.
So, well, thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Terry.
Yep. Thanks for coming, David. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you again next Sunday.
Take care.